Hello crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with the January Kit Club. Starting off the new year with the Kit Club. Yay! There have been some minor changes to the Kit Club, and I'll talk about that when I get further in the video. Okay, crafters, let's get into this video. Let's take a deeper look at the January Kit Club and hear about the latest changes. Let's get started. Before I get started, crafters, with this beautiful Kit Club, every card I made pretty much is an elegant card and a birthday card. For me, the theme this month is Elegant Birthday. You can take out the sentiment birthday and turn it into thank you, thinking of you, and all that good stuff. But I'm going to talk about two things before I go deeper into this, okay? Currently, there is a BOGO sale, but I'm not going to do a video on it because there's no dies in the sale. There's a lot of stamps with die sets that coordinate with the stamp or just stamp alone, a few other things, and then ephemera. So if you want to get like a lot of ephemera, stock up on that. Some of these stamps are in your wish list. Definitely check out the BOGO sale. I will have a link below in the description box. Now the changes with this. I had to take notes because I had to make sure it all sinks in because my mind is still back in 2025. My body is there too. I was supposed to start 2026 going to the gym. Haven't even signed up yet. So anyway, I'm going to explain it as best as I can. Spellbinders does have 2 videos talking about the changes. So there is no more Deluxe Caboodle Club, which I would normally say it's all 10 clubs. Right now there is 8 clubs. The Deluxe Caboodle Club is now called the All Clubs Crate. I think I'm just going to call it Crate because in my mind, I even want to say All Clubs Create. The Crate will include everything like the Deluxe Caboodle, but you're getting some really nice bonuses, bigger bonuses. Reason you're getting a bigger bonus. With the Deluxe Caboodle, there would be a little die set sometimes as the bonus. This is your bonus this time, Everbloom die. I'm going to show you this as the first example because she is 2 thumbs up pretty. Very, very pretty. This is only available as a bonus with the Crate, so you can't purchase it separately and it's not its own club. Why did they now give you a bigger size of die? Spellbinders got rid of a few clubs, okay? Glimmer of the Month is not there anymore. It's merged with the Better Press of the Month and now it's called Press and Foil. During the video, if I say something a little wonky, I'll put a note on the screen if I catch myself because I'm so used to having it Glimmer of the Month, Better Press of the Month. I even wrote it down, Better Press of the Month on the press plate. From now on, I just have to learn is Press and Foil Club. Also, the Wax Seal of the Month. There's no more Wax Seal of the Month. So because they took that out, and if you're wondering, why did they take all these things out? If you were an existing club member back in 2025, there was a survey sent out and a lot of folks said that they really don't do as much wax seal. They have so many wax seal stamps already, and they can also buy individual wax seal stamps because Spellbinders does release them from time to time as well, which they will still continue doing. So because of that, this survey, they made changes. Maybe folks were also saying, I just glimmer with Better Press and not the Glimmer because the Glimmer will have a different look than when you glimmer with Better Press. Better Press Glimmered will give you more fine detail. Okay, so little changes like that based on the survey. So that's why Wax Seal of the Month is also gone. So because Wax Seal is gone, now you're getting a bigger die set. Before, it would have been something like this with flowers. Look at this now. This is like a small die of the month or even a large die of the month. Thumbs up. But this is only available in the All Clubs Crate. Also, here's some tidbits with the All Clubs Crate. It is still the same price as the Deluxe Caboodle, $130, but you're getting everything. You're getting a bigger discount at Spellbinders. Crate members will get 15% off your purchase. Only time it doesn't apply is when there's like a super crazy clearance or sometimes if the item is not a Spellbinders item. Let's say Spellbinders is carrying Simple Stories or something like that. It generally doesn't apply there. But you will get 15%. All other club members, if you subscribe to only Small Die of the Month, you're getting 10% off. Only Crate members get the 15% off. They get a little extra bonus and they also get a free shipping coupon. What's the free shipping coupon? Once a month as a Crate member, you'll get free shipping. That's what I understood. If I'm wrong, let me know if it's all club members, but I think it's only for the Crate members, where you have no limit. So let's say you only wanted to purchase some of the ephemera from this BOGO sale right now. you could use the free shipping on that. Or you wait till the next sale and you're not reaching $125 where it is free shipping, then you can use the free shipping coupon to then get free shipping, which is really nice. If you go $75, $80, normally the shipping goes up, so you can apply it there. So that's a nice little bonus as well. Let me see if I forgot anything else from my notes. One more thing from my notes. I know I'm taking time doing this, but I'm even trying to wrap myself around it just to make sure it's all clear. So I had to write it down, and talking about it with you guys is also helping it sink in my mind. Clear stamp and die. Before, it was always clear stamp only, and for a few dollars more, you could get the coordinating die. Now, the club is merged together. So it is going to be clear stamp and die of the month from now on. You will always get the die with it, okay, as a set, not the option to purchase stamp only, which I think is great because look at all these fun sentiments, and then look at all of that you get with it. I always say when it has all these curves, get the coordinating die. So now these two are merged together, no more stamp only, okay? Alrighty, let's get into this video. Let's take a look at the goodies, and we're going to start off with this pretty one right here. This is the bonus for the All Crate Club this month of January. First up, crafters, look at the All Clubs Crate bonus. Everbloom dies. The largest die in here is an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. Then it has these beautiful flourish layers. You know I love a die set like this. I've always talked about the 5x7 card front, which I'm not sure is still there, and the oval as well. Those were like super elegant dies. This is another one. This is giving me like Anna Griffin goodness. So I really love this set. Look how pretty it is. I went a little bit different than the example of how this is supposed to be put together with the flowers in the center. I'm showing you a graphic here of what it should look like. But because this frame is so elegant, you can use just the frame alone and then put anything in the middle. And of course, I had to bring on the Kaleidoscope Peacock because she is a beauty. I think she matches perfectly with this. If you have this die set, which has gone on super sale from time to time, many, many times last year, if you're loving this look, two of them together, thumbs way up. I did turn this into a shaped card, and it's not a top folding. I did it on the side. So what I did actually was take 110-pound black cardstock, fold it in half, and then die cut this. And then I put another layer of it on the top. Yes, I was having fun. So super pretty. You could put anything on the inside here. Just absolutely gorgeous. You could actually take this inner layer and then put it in here in white cardstock to then put to and from and everything as well. So there is an outer layer, this second piece, and then this piece, and then the little flourish detail. For the flourish detail, because I did not follow the directions of how to do it, I stuck these down first, and then I had to lift it up and stick these in. So you're supposed to stick these first, then that, and you do get embossed lines here to show you for placement, okay? Definitely worth all the effort, even the little aggravation when I did put it down wrong. This is brushed gold cardstock. This is Oceanside color wheel cardstock. Here you're looking at a combination of older Spellbinders Essential cardstock. I still have a ton of it. And also color wheel cardstock, okay? So this is all Spellbinders goodness. For the florals here, I'm using Rainforest, Dahlia, and Tutu with a little bit of ink blending on the flowers just to make them look more, you know, poppin'. This comes together very easy outside of that little mistake I made. Just keep that in mind. Tuck that in first, but you'll be seeing this from me again because I think this is over the top, a definite winner. Will it ever be sold by itself? I don't know, but if I ever do see it in a sale, oh, I'll let you know if there's an opportunity to get it, because sometimes in the past, those bonus dies would go on sale. I'm not saying that it will because I have no idea until I see it, okay? Keep the Everbloom dies in the back of your mind if you're not getting the Deluxe Crate Club. Deluxe Crate. See, I caught myself. If you're not getting the All Clubs Crate. Oh my goodness. Beautiful though. To finish off this card, here is the Kaleidoscope Peacock. So pretty. You know, Spellbinders did not send this to me when it first released. It was released with a whole paper set, and I bought this at full price. Please get it when it goes on sale, super sale. Or if you love it and you're going to make a lot of cards with it right now, get it at full price because it's absolutely worth it. So beautiful, comes together very easily. Very, very pretty. This is about the fourth card I've made with the Kaleidoscope Peacock, and I love it in this kind of a colorway with the purple, blue, and a touch of that yellow to give the, gold feel. For the sentiment, thank you. So I did turn this one into a thank you card. I was tempted to do birthday. This is from the La Dolce Vita collection. Remember that goodie from the Weekender? This is the La Dolce Vita Sentiments press plate and die. Press or glimmer die cut once. So super pretty. Here I have it glimmered on black cardstock with matte gold hot foil roll. Now normally, it's always black cardstock, matte silver. Oh no. These are the elegant beauties. You're going to be seeing a lot of black and gold on mine this time because I am so loving this elegant kit club. If you have difficulty creating elegant cards, this is a great kit club for you as well. When I was just going one card after the other, I'm like, wow, these are becoming quite elegant. So this is the Ever Bloom dies. What do you think? My by far favorite here. I so love it. Had to show you first. And that is the All Clubs crate. See, I want to say deluxe crate. I may say that though and not catch myself. Just ignore it. You know what I'm talking about. Up next, small die of the month, large die of the month, Sunny Stems die. So pretty with all these little stems that can be used by themselves as well. And this beautiful, I want to say it's like a clamshell shape with the scallop. Very, very pretty. And then large die of the month, Hummingbird's Delight dies. This can work by itself. That drop-in can work by itself. You can put anything in here. So you get this nice large frame. Let me give you the measurement on the frame, which I think is an A2. Yes, it is. 4 1/4, 5.5 inch for that. So this comes all the way out to an A2, and then it has this little square drop-in. Comes with 2 hummingbirds and a ton of beautiful florals. Yana has a beautiful example on the Spellbinders channel to show you how to put this together. So fun. Here is the small die of the month. Look how pretty this is. And I did make a boo-boo when I was placing this down. This does fall in a certain way. But when I die cut it, I just put them all to the side in a group. And then I just started pasting from out here coming in. So I made a boo-boo. But to me, I think I made it work. I did pop this one up higher than that. And I just made it work. Plus it's black on black anyway. And I made another shaped card. This one, I put a 1/2 inch score line here on this back piece. And then glued the tops together. Let me give you a measurement on this. It is 5 1/4 inch wide by 4 inches tall. So this will still fit in an A2 envelope with a little bit of room, which is good because once you pop it up, I have this popped up off of this. This is also popped up a little bit as well. It does add bulk, so it will still fill up an A2 envelope nicely. It won't be like floating in there. So pretty though. Look at all the flowers. This is all color wheel cardstock again. Coming into the peaches. You know, I love their peach cardstock. Oh, and I forgot. Also for the All Club Crate members, they're really trying to give you bang for your buck. You're also going to be getting a curated pack of cardstock. This month's cardstock is called the Creative Spark Pack. 10 sheets of color wheel cardstock, full-size sheets, 8.5 by 11 inch. So you could use it to make this and a few other things. If you watch the Spellbinders video, you'll see the fan of what those colors are, okay? But there is some greens in it, some purples, some teals. Back again, elegant colors, jewel tone, very, very pretty. What a great way to start off the year. Now for that sentiment. It's coming into the clear stamp and die of the month. Here I have it heat embossed with white embossing powder, wishing you the best year. I was going to do gold, but because I have the white flower, I thought white would be better with the black instead of the gold, but I was very tempted to. Look at all the beautiful sentiments and this font. This would be great as a better press set too if you love the pressing and glimmering. Finished it off with some gems. Up next, large die of the month, Hummingbird's Delight. So love this. This is Jamaica's national bird, hummingbird. So that's why I'm like, it's even more speaking to me. Just love, love, love. You get 2 hummingbirds, one facing to the right, one facing to the left. They can be looking at each other. These beautiful flowers can be on the bottom, on the top, tucked behind this. Now, the examples I saw, it was tucked behind this postage frame. I decided to bring it forward. So I put it on the outside here. There's a lot of color wheel cardstock here, especially on the hummingbirds, but this is Simon Says stamp cardstock, and this is older essential cardstock splash. I wanted a bright pop of blue. In the background here for the sky, I'm using breezy color wheel cardstock with a little bit of ink blending with some distress oxide, okay? Just to give it a light powdery feel for the sky. I just love this whole thing. And you can take this and mirror it. You can have it here and then reverse it and have it coming here. So it would be like flowers all the way around. Have fun with this little beauty right here. So this one is a 3-for-1 die set. And you see, it's fully self-contained. All I did was put it on an A2 card base and then stuck this on top. I do have it popped up off of it though. I'm using 3mm foam just to give it enough height to then tuck my birds and the leaves. All of this has foam on it. I took my time. And for the sentiment, it's your special day. This is black cardstock with matte gold hot foil roll. I'm using my birthday wishes sentiments press plate and die. You can press or glimmer die cut with this beautiful set. I will link my texture and foliage video here because it's from my texture and foliage collection, okay? Here is the list of sentiments and I'm using this one. I use it for a lot of the birthday sentiments here. Press or glimmer die cut. Just have so much fun with that. Look how pretty it is right here with this. When I put silver here, didn't look right, but with the gold, thumbs up. So both the small die of the month and the large die of the month can work without bringing in other foundation dies if you don't want to. If you just want to keep them here, they are quite fine working on themselves. So this is a very comprehensive kit club, including this little beauty right here, working by itself. If I had just put the flowers, but no, I had to bring the peacock. Just had to have fun with that one. All right, next. Up next is the stencil of the month. Look at this beauty. This is a 5-count stencil that makes this beautiful poppy. It's called Poppy Perfection. Here I have it on a shaped A2 card. So there's a lot of shaped cards too. Super pretty. So instead of doing a red poppy, which I know is the standard, and I was going to do red, but then I thought, you know what? Isn't there a purple poppy? And I love purple, favorite color. So I did this sort of a purple fuchsia colorway. I think it is gorgeous. Here I'm using Simon Says Stamp ink. Love, 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 love. All of these layers come together so easy. I have it stenciled on Hammermill cardstock. So super pretty, very easy to work with all these layers. In the centers here, I have some silver mixed gems. Those are on sale in the BOGO sale. To finish off this little card, which is so elegant, isn't it? Just for a stencil. I'm coming into Perfect Touch Arches and Tag dies. You know, I love this set. Largest die is an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. Comes in 6 more times to a tag. I'm using this outer piece. I think the stitch detail with this gives it that texture quilty feel on the outside. So super pretty. Cut the second layer in the back. Put a 1/2 inch score line. Glue the tops together. Love, love, love. For the sentiment, back again with my birthday wishes sentiments press plate and die. This time I did do black cardstock with the matte silver hot foil roll because when I put gold on top of this, because of the silver here and everything, I put the sentiment last all the time. The silver matched the purple too better. With the gold, it looked off. It reads cheers to another year, which is right here. I was also doing a nod to 2026. I hope everybody had a great New Year's. I had a nice little quiet one. I was trying not to get sick. I've been like up and down with trying not to get sick and sinus and all the fun things that happens with my allergies at the start of the year. But what do you guys think? Beautiful, right? Very easy to come together. I'm telling you, you can do this. Very, very pretty. Love, 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 love. Up next, this is a 5x7 card featuring the beautiful stitch die of the month. So we still have the stitch die of the month. This is another stitch die that you can choose to stitch or not. So if you don't stitch on paper, you can still get this set if it speaks to you and you love it. So here I decided to do no stitching because I love to show you that it can work without stitching. So pretty. So this open space will be the stitch detail. This is saffron colorway cardstock with these two pieces and they layer up so nicely. For these beautiful daisies, comes together super easy and you can make a bunch of these too. So you can do butterfly by itself, flowers by itself, cloud detail. I decided to go a different route with the cloud detail, but still fun to have it here. So you get 3 different die sets with this butterfly dance die. That's the name of the die set, butterfly dance. Isn't this so super pretty? This can work for your spring crafting, birthday, going all the way into summer with this beautiful one. I really love these flowers too. Easter, I can take this out and just do the flowers and be happy Easter. Thumbs way up for this set. So love. This is Rainforest Colorwheel cardstock and beeswax. So I didn't do any ink blending. I could have. I was taking too long to make these cards. Every time I would go deeper and deeper into it, it was taking me a little bit longer to make, but it was all a labor of love. Even the embossing folders, I went a little bit over the top with, okay? So it took me a while. For the foundation die, some of you may already know what it is. It is the Tunnel Clouds die. Love this one. Put it in your wish list if you don't own it already. It's a great foundation die, goes on sale and sometimes super sale from time to time. You get 3 cloud configurations. I'm using this one on a 5x7 and it comes with extra clouds, moon, sun, stars. But these 3 here, and you can layer them up together too. I have so many examples of this. I love this. This is from the Tunnel Escapes collection. It's an oldie, but definitely a goodie. Then for the sentiment, coming back into La Dolce Vita Sentiments press plate and die. I like the option of having the 2 sentiments working here because I had a lot of space here. I purposely did that. So up here is a smaller space. I was going to use a large sentiment here. With a large sentiment here, like I was thinking, hello, it was big, big, big. It was just too much. I decided to break it up with this and this. So it does say a lot. It does fill it up. So from here, I'm using Happy Birthday, Sending Sunshine Just For You, which I think is appropriate and perfect for this. I did bring out a cloud stencil for this. I am using my Lawn Fawn cloud stencil. I'll put a link for that below. Crafters, I'm detailing and linking everything I'm talking about. Also, if you're enjoying the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new, consider subscribing. My goal this year for 2026 is to reach 20,000. Fingers crossed that happens. And then I finished it off with some opal gems. So super pretty. I love how this card just all came together, and I love the whole scene and the story using the Tunnel Cloud die. So pretty. All right, next. Here are the embossing folders of the month. So this is still staying as it is. You can just subscribe to the embossing folder and you are done. Either one of them and you're done. You don't have to subscribe to all clubs. You can subscribe, suspend, and then resubscribe. All of that is still in place, okay? That hasn't changed. 2D embossing folder of the month is Cloud 9. Look at this whimsical fun detail. This can work great too for a lot of masculine cards, birthday cards and such. Then there is the cottage wall. Love this bamboo looking detail up here, and then this large flower. So you could do this by itself. Of course I didn't. I had to change it up. And I wanted to play with some of my flowers. Here is my example. This is an A2 card. And what I did, I took my favorite dies, precision layering, A2 sets A and B, 16 dies in each set. I spoke about this so much during the Advent calendar. I'll link my Advent calendar playlist here because everything in the Advent calendar now can be used going into 2026. So if you're still playing with the Advent calendar, you can watch my playlist for some inspiration and bring in this club with it too. I think they would work perfectly together. Largest die in set A is an A2, 4 1/4, 5 1/2. Largest die in set B is 1/8 of an inch shorter. And for 2026, I changed my packaging. Notice how you don't see the paper pieces down here anymore? I put it into new sleeves. I know that's so sad. For this one, it looks like I'm just using the largest die from set A and then the second largest, which would give me 1/8 of an inch on each side, which is 1/4 of an inch spacing, okay? So I cut this out with some dark green cardstock from Basil. And then I embossed it with this beautiful cottage wall, just this top portion, and ink blended. I love this colorway. It's giving me like a mossy look. So I will be revisiting this again because I'm using Fern Color Wheel cardstock, also another cardstock from my stash, mixing that in here. And I think it does have the dark green with this. I think it's just a pretty card. I just had to play with Vivid Blooms and Club Blooms. So for the flowers, most of it here is Vivid Blooms. This is one of my faves. Love, love, love. Remember last year there were some Spellbinders makers who would have their faves? This was one of my faves, still is, and I had to pull her out because she's just so pretty. This is a 3-for-1 die set. You can do the foliage alone, mix it up with other flowers. You can just do this big flower alone. That was tempting. You can mix in these other flowers. Just have so much fun with this. Normally, I love to cut this one in red, but I have been really testing using Blush Color Wheel cardstock and Tutu now. This one is actually Club Blooms. This is a winner from January 2023. 3 years later, still running strong. I don't think this is going to retire. If I see it moving that way, And I tell you, in Steals and Deals sale, that is the time to get it if it starts to retire. Spellbinders retires club items quicker than they would with a regular die set, okay? So this one will probably be around for a while, a good couple of years, because it's a great set and it's a very strong set. This one is strong too, but I don't know if it's going to be there forever. I don't mind if it is. I think any crafter, especially new crafters too, when you're doing floral layouts like this, these two are winners to help get you there. This was an easy layout because of these sets. So I'm using the large flower here, but the center I'm using from in here. I like the center here, using it over here. Lots of beauty in here. This is another 2 or 3 for 1 set. You can do the flowers only. You get this style of flower as well. You get these little flowers. You can work this alone. You also get this foliage. Now, this big foliage works with this flower very well, but in this instance, I decided to keep it that one. Mix, match, and play between the two. And then bring on your birthday sentiment, whether it's a stamp or better press or glimmer. I'm using my birthday wishes sentiments. Happy birthday. Having fun. And then look at the little spray. This is the first time I mix the spray. Normally for the spray, I'm doing these flowers. This time I mixed this with this. And look at the purples. This is that fairy tale purple, lilac, and these are color wheel cardstock, okay? So I took the 3D embossing folder and then went to town and had fun. Love, love, love this birthday card. Up next, because this has a whimsical touch for the 2D embossing folder of the month, Club 9, I decided to have fun and bring in another Kit Club goodie that had a new add-on. In the background, this is an A6, 4.5 by 6.25 inch tall. I did put an additional width on it of 1/4 inch. So this is a little bit over an A6. This will fit in a 5 by 7 envelope. I decided to emboss Malibu color wheel cardstock with this beauty. Look how fun that is. I think this is such a fun card. For the cardstock, which influenced everything else, I'm using the Simple Stories, Simple Vintage. If you remember that paper pack from last year, which would be perfect going into this year. I love the brown. This is a whole different colorway for me, but I think it's super fun. So let's talk about what I used, because over the holidays, there was an add-on to this beautiful set, which is called Cozy Toe Slippers. You get the leg with the slipper, and then you get these cuties. This is a holiday version. Santa, penguin, a bunny, which can be all year round, so you can use this for Easter. Reindeer, which I've also turned into a pig, and then a monster claw. So you get all these cute characters that comes with this, and you'll see examples of it on the Spellbinders page for Cozy Toes Slippers. Cozy Toes Friends now is going into 2026 all year round, and you can turn this Christmas too if you put a little hat on it. This is the new add-on that was introduced at the end of last year. Has a frog, which I did not have an example of. That's why I put it here with the whimsical background. You see what I was thinking? Thumbs up, right? And then the monster, the shark, and the cute little unicorn. So let me show you examples of what this looks like. If you watch my Steals and Deals videos, you have already seen these examples, but I'm going to give you a quick review. This is Cozy Toes Friends, the original die as intended with Santa. Here is the shark, baby shark. Do, 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 do. Okay. And then here's the unicorn and the monster. So now I have it completed with the frog. All 4 from the Cozy Toes Friends. And I still did not get the bear last month. If you did, enjoy it for me, please. Have fun. Use it with this background. Why not? So for the frog, I just cut it out with some Peridot color wheel cardstock. Did a whole bunch of ink blending. That's actually pink sand for the cheek, which is right here, and then the eye in the back. So the frog comes together like that. Then for the shoe, I'm using acorn color wheel cardstock. And down here, I believe I'm using timber. But I did put some ink blending on it just to go back to this brown. So I know it's kind of matchy-matchy, but I think I'm liking this whole brown earthy with the frog. Super duper cute, right? This little embossing folder really did spark this whole thing for me to just go ahead and have fun with this. Super fun. For the sentiment, I'm coming into this oldie but goodie, which should be on super clearance. I'll let you know on the screen. This is from the storytelling collection, the gigantic collection. And a lot of the storytelling collection, if I have space, I'll just put right beside it COLL, because you can look at it. A lot of it should be on super duper clearance. Some of it is sold out during the after Christmas sale and even Black Friday. I think this came down to like $3 or $4 from like $20 or something. Steal. Just put it in your wish list if you love something like this. And if you have a new better press, best time to get sentiments like this or better press plates with the background when they're on sale. Put them all in your wish list. Create a better press wish list. I do still have one. I have a bunch of wish lists at Spellbinders. So this is the Wonder Sentiments press plate and die. Press or glimmer, die cut once. Here I have enjoy every moment. Now there is a whole set of these. This is a scrapbook.com storage envelope, okay? Some of them have been retired. I believe Magic is still there, which is like your travel Disney. Happiness Sentiments, that one is still there. Friends or family. But you see how many there were? These all went on super sale. But isn't this fun? So love. Finished it off with some green gems. That will also be part of BOGO. Super duper cute. So this is like the elegant kids card, okay? Can you see that the color here influenced the color here? It sure did. Made this one first, then made this one second. Yay! Up next is, see, I have better press of the month. This is the press and foil of the month, so I need to fix that or just leave it for now. Postcard hello, place and press. So in the back, there is actually a template for this. So what I did, I glimmered it on hammermill cardstock with opaque black hot foil roll. So there is a 2-pack, opaque white and black. This is opaque black in that 2-pack. Then there is the All Club Crate bonus postcard hello stencil. If you don't have the All Club Crate, but you have this, then you could then come in with like your Copic markers, color this. You could also use color pencils, watercolor if you press it. This is I have 2 count. It's actually like a 5 count. On some of these, there's a grid like 3s here, 4s here. It took me a second to figure that out. Around the edge, I brought in some distress ink. And I also cut this out with precision layering A2, set B, largest die. And then for the black on the outside, I used this one. And I turned it into a top folding horizontal card, like that landscape card. Isn't that pretty? Finished it off with a little bit of silver mixed gems again. BOGO sale, you can stock up on gems. Also with the press and foil of the month, you will get a hot foil roll. This month it is polished brass. I don't know if you'll get one every single month, but this is a pretty color. But I did want to use black because I knew I was going to be stenciling, okay? But you could just press it by itself and don't color it or anything, and it will still look very, very pretty. This is a really nice card to also give crafters because fellow crafters, we love all this vintage goodies too. That's a very pretty card. You could also change the cardstock and glimmer on a more vintage looking cardstock. Like I could come in with, let's say, alabaster or fawn. I just thought about that now. I should have thought about it when I was making the card, but then it wouldn't be so white, okay? It would start off looking more aged. That's a good idea. I should have done that. Alrighty, so now we have the bird. I'm going to now do a little sidebar. This is like a little extra bonus because I have 2 clubs from last month that I did not show you, which I do need to show you now. These would now be in the past kit club. Last month's stencil of the month, Where Love Lands, and Sweet Stems. This is the 2D embossing folder. So now 2 bonus cards. I kind of went above and beyond with them. So because I have the bird here, look at last month's bird. Isn't that pretty? What do you think of the 2 styles of birds? I think this is so pretty too. This stencil does go further with a lot of line detail. I decided to skip it and just keep it nice and soft. This is also hammermill cardstock. Same thing I used here. And this is with that beautiful 5 count stencil. So love this. Love the colorway. Here I'm using some Altenew Fresh Dye ink on this one. For the outer detail, I'm using Perfect Touch rectangles and tags. So you saw earlier in the video, Perfect Touch arches. This is now Perfect Touch rectangles. This by far winner, thumbs up. Largest die is an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. Comes in 6 more times to a tag. That's the detail. For this second layer, I did not use that. I came into nested postage labels and tag die. Largest die is an A2 with the postage detail, but I'm using this stitch layer here. I didn't want to use this one. I wanted it to be a little bit cleaner. I could have also used precision layering A2 for this as well, but I did want a little bit of detail around this. I think my initial thought was to turn this postage for this on the outside, but then I changed my mind. So then I came in with this one. I like these 2 together as well. Both of these are fantastic. If you are new to crafting, these are 2 that you can add to your wish list. They are fabulous foundation dies. Foundation dies are your stepping stone to either starting a card or finishing a card when you get stuck, okay? Love, love, love foundation dies. That's what I used here to add interest to this stencil. For the sentiment, happy belated birthday. I'm coming back into my birthday wishes, sentiments, press plate and die. Again, I have black with matte gold hot foil roll. Glimmered. Isn't that pretty? I decided to go with the gold because I have the yellow flower here. If I had a different color, maybe I would have done silver there for the sentiment. Or white too. So super pretty. So that's the little bonus. This is popped up off of this. Loving that. For the 2D embossing folder of the month, Sweet Stems, which is perfect for Valentine's too. Has this beautiful little heart with a little stem on it. And then some flowers. Very, very pretty set. I was inspired by this beauty from the Advent calendar. This is day 13. I'll link the individual video here, even though I did link the playlist. I loved how I brought in Vivid Blooms in this colorway because I normally love Vivid Blooms with red, but I really pushed it. And you saw it again coming over here using blush and tutu. You see? Here is an example of it in red. See what I'm saying? I really love it in the red. I think it's just so popping, especially for Valentine's too. This card inspired this, which also inspired this, which is the 5x7. This card is a combination of these two again, using Club Blooms and Vivid Blooms. For the large and smaller flower, I'm using this. I'm using these leaves in here and this one here. So you see how I'm mixing, matching, and playing between these two sets? Have fun. For the smaller flowers now, I'm using this and this. I love the centers over here. So I use the centers here on the whole entire thing. This one has more of a modern feel. I like this more organic feel here. These two are now becoming really, really good friends for me, to the point that I thought I had only used this one, but I actually did use this. For the sentiment, happy birthday. Coming into birthday wishes. And the star of the show is here in the background. Look at all the fun. Of course, I'm talking about this, but there it is. Look at that nice embossed detail. Love, 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 love. To review real quick, these two are both Vivid Blooms and Club Blooms. This is Vivid Blooms only, okay? Alrighty, crafters, that is it for the January Kit Club. How many cards do I have here? I think I have 9 cards. They're all elegant, beautiful. One inspires the other, vice versa. All sorts of fun. Even the stenciling is just gorgeous. Last month and this month. And the elegant touch of this club. If you do get the All Clubs crate, wow. This frame, you can put anything beautiful in here. Even around Easter, if you have a Fabergé Easter egg die, that would be so pretty in here with that background too, wouldn't it? Thumbs up. That's an idea I have to keep in my back pocket then. Because if we do get a large egg, I would certainly put that in here. So super pretty. Alrighty, crafters. Thanks so much for watching. Everything will be detailed and linked below. Definitely check out this month's Kit Club. If you can swing it, you have until the 27th of the month to subscribe to all these clubs. Clubs can sell out early, okay? If you have to wait a little bit, don't wait too long. If you have a question, ask me in the description box below. If I wasn't clear enough on something, clarify it for you. If I didn't say it clear enough, maybe just break it down even further, because it does get a little confusing, because I know, we have our mindset. It's always this. Now it's something else, and it's like, huh? And it takes a while for you to get used to the something else. But in the transition, I don't want you to miss out on something because you didn't understand what it really involved and you thought that this was with everything. No, it's not. Only last month was there the end of year bonus, no matter what club you subscribe to. That was something last month. That's not this month. This is only when you subscribe to all 8 clubs. And I believe the stencil is as well, which would color I forgot this card. Oh, so there's 10 cards. The stencil is also a bonus, okay? Until the next video, crafters, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I know it's a lot, but it's a lot of cards and a lot of goodies. Until the next video, stay crafty, my friends.